Imagine a serene Australian beach at dawn, the gentle rhythm of waves kissing the shore. Now picture this piece shattered by a discovery that would baffle the world for decades: a perfectly dressed man, slumped against a seawall, dead, with no explanation. It was December 1, 1948, on Somerton Beach, just south of Adelaide. A couple out for a morning stroll stumbled upon the body. He looked like he was just sleeping, head resting against the sand, eyes open, staring blankly at the sky. But he wasn't sleeping. He was gone. And the mystery of who he was, and how he got there, began that very moment. It's a tale of espionage, coded messages, and a love affair shrouded in secrecy. The man appeared to be in his mid-40s, well-built, with fair hair. He was dressed impeccably in a suit and tie, a pristine white shirt, and polished shoes. Yet, something was immediately wrong. The tags on all his clothing, every single one, had been meticulously cut out. No laundry marks, no tailor labels, nothing that could identify where his garments came from. It was a deliberate, unsettling act. In his pockets, investigators found a few mundane items: an unsmoked cigarette, a used bus ticket, a train ticket from Adelaide to Henley Beach, and a pack of juicy fruit chewing gum. Nothing to reveal his name. His wallet was missing. His passport, gone. Any personal identification, completely vanished. It was as if someone had gone to extreme lengths to ensure this man would forever remain anonymous. Initial medical examination by Dr. John Dwyer revealed no obvious cause of death. No signs of struggle, no external injuries. His organs, however, were congested, indicating possible poisoning. Yet, no trace of poison was found in his system during the initial toxicology reports. It was a baffling contradiction, suggesting a substance that either dissipated quickly or was undetectable by the methods of the time. The man's final meal, a pasty, was found in his stomach, eaten just hours before his death. Yet, the pasty itself wasn't poisoned. The puzzle deepened with every new detail. The next day, the body was moved to the Adelaide City mortuary. As police sifted through his belongings again, they discovered something truly extraordinary, something that would ignite the imaginations of codebreakers worldwide. Hidden in a tiny, secret pocket sewn into the waistband of his trousers, was a small, tightly rolled-up piece of paper. It was no bigger than a postage stamp. Unfurled, it revealed two words, printed in an exotic script: Tamam, Shud. This wasn't English. It was Persian, and it translated to "finished" or "ended." Detectives immediately recognized the phrase as the final words from the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a collection of poems by a 12th-century Persian polymath. This was a crucial lead. Police issued a public appeal, hoping someone would recognize the phrase or the paper. Months later, a man named John Freeman came forward. He'd found a rare first edition of the Rubaiyat in his unlocked car. The book had been tossed into his vehicle around the time the Somerton man was discovered. And, crucially, the Tamam Shud page was torn out. The torn fragment found in the dead man's pocket perfectly matched the missing page from Freeman's book. This was no coincidence. The book had belonged to the Somerton man. On the back cover of this very book, scrawled in faint pencil, was a series of 5 lines of seemingly random letters. A code. It looked like this: Rugobabd, Mliawi, Tbimpanip, Mliboaqc, and then a line that was crossed out. Was this a message? A spy code? The police enlisted codebreakers, including military intelligence, but the message remained stubbornly undeciphered. To this day, its meaning is a subject of intense speculation and debate. But the book offered another, more tantalizing clue. Scrawled inside, almost imperceptibly, was a phone number. It belonged to a woman named Jessica Thompson, who lived in Glenelg, not far from Somerton Beach. Jessica Thompson was a nurse, a striking woman with an air of quiet composure. When detectives showed her a plaster bust of the Somerton man, her reaction was telling. According to Detective Lean, she became completely flustered, almost fainting, and quickly averted her eyes. She insisted she didn't know the man. Yet, when asked if she recognized the book, she admitted to having given a copy of The Rubaiyat to a man named Alfred Boxall during the war. Boxall was very much alive and well. And he still had his copy of The Rubaiyat, with the Tamam Shud page intact. So, the book found near the beach wasn't Boxall's. This meant there were at least 2 copies of this rare edition circulating in Adelaide. The plot thickened. Why did Jessica deny knowing the Somerton man so vehemently? Neighbors later told police they'd seen an unknown man, matching the Somerton man's description, visiting Jessica's house in the weeks before his death. Was he a jilted lover? A secret agent? The true nature of their relationship, if any, remained a tightly guarded secret, taken to the grave by Jessica Thompson herself. For decades, the case went cold, a frustrating footnote in Australia's criminal history. But the internet age brought renewed interest, and with it, new avenues for investigation. In the early 2000s, Professor Derek Abbott, an electrical engineering professor at the University of Adelaide, began a comprehensive study of the case, galvanizing a new generation of amateur sleuths. He focused on genetic leads. Jessica Thompson had a son, Robin Thompson, born in 1947, just a year before the Somerton man's death. Could he be the key? Robin Thompson, who later became a prominent ballet dancer, had strikingly similar physical features to the Somerton man, including a rare dental trait. In 2022, after years of persistent campaigning, Professor Abbott, working with forensic genealogist Colleen Fitzpatrick, successfully exhumed the Somerton man's remains. Advanced DNA analysis was performed. And then, the bombshell announcement: Professor Abbott claimed he had identified the Somerton man as Carl Webb, an electrical engineer and instrument maker from Melbourne. This identification was made by matching DNA from the Somerton man's hair to a distant relative in a genealogical database. It was a monumental breakthrough, if confirmed. Myth correction: many news reports and online theories quickly declared the case solved after Abbott's announcement. But the truth is, while a strong lead, it's not yet definitively closed. The official confirmation is still pending, and some details remain murky. What we do not know, even if Carl Webb is indeed the Somerton man, the deeper mysteries persist. We still don't know how he died. Was it murder? Suicide? We don't know the full extent of his relationship with Jessica Thompson, or if she was indeed Robin Thompson's mother with Carl Webb. The meaning of the code remains a profound enigma. The motivation behind the meticulous removal of clothing tags, the secret pocket, the Tamam Shud fragment, these questions still hang heavy in the air, begging for answers. The case highlights the limitations of forensic science in the mid-20th century. A poison that leaves no trace, a code that defies the best minds. It reads like a spy novel. Some speculate he was a Soviet spy, perhaps poisoned by a rival agent, with the Rubaiyat acting as a dead drop or a prearranged signal. The Cold War context certainly adds to this intrigue. Others believe it was a tragic love story, a man driven to suicide after a rejection, leaving behind a cryptic farewell. The romantic melancholy of Omar Khayyam's poetry supports this narrative. The Somerton man case has captivated generations, a grim puzzle laid out on a quiet beach, inviting us to piece together a life and a death from the most slender of clues. From the torn poem fragment to the mysterious code, every detail feels deliberately placed, a breadcrumb trail leading to a truth just out of reach. The persistence of Professor Abbott and his team, using modern DNA techniques, offers a glimmer of hope that one day, all the pieces might finally click into place. But for now, the Somerton man remains a haunting symbol of the unknown, a silent figure on a beach, holding secrets that continue to whisper across the decades. His story reminds us that some endings aren't really endings at all, but rather new beginnings for a different kind of mystery. It's a testament to the enduring human need to understand, to name the nameless, and to bring closure to the stories that refuse to fade. The Somerton man's final message, Tamam Shud, might mean finished, but his story is far from over for those still seeking answers. And sometimes, the most profound mysteries are not about finding an answer, but about the relentless pursuit itself, forever echoing on Somerton Beach.